In this last part, I want to leave the serious developers with a word of caution. There's a lot of hype around agentic AI, unfortunately. And unfortunately, when you hype things up that much, they don't end up living to the expectations. Um, uh, this is, by the way, a nice series of an agent, a couple of agents actually. And the last one, at least that I saw, got so hyped up, I didn't enjoy. But more importantly, coming to the digital world, the recent research by a professor in Princeton, there's a nice YouTube video there. He talked about this hyping up. He took multiple examples. Of them, what caught my eye are these two. Sakana, their website says they're automating science. That's a very, very powerful claim to make. And the Princeton researchers showed that they are nowhere close to doing that. And probably a more popular example is Devin. Cognition Labs was able to get a valuation of $2 billion dollars from the first seed fund within 3 weeks and got a investment of 175 million. And they advertise themselves as AI engineers. You know, your AI engineer. The AI actually develops all your software for you, and they named it Devil. Very good vision and plan. But after a year, last month, Princeton team found that of the 20 tasks they gave, 14 failed. 3 were inconclusive and 3 succeeded. Only 3 succeeded. And what was worse, which 17 failed and which 3 succeeded were not consistent. It was once it was success, then it was failing, etc. So it just is not ready for a use. I'm not trying to point out negatives about any two companies here. I mean, I just took the examples from that video, excellent video from Princeton Research. But my bigger concern is this hyping up. So whenever I hear people saying, look, I have a AI lawyer, I have a AI doctor, I don't see it as how mm, how great the team's understanding of AI is. That it's not how I understand it. I see it as how little they understand about medicine and law to be able to come and tell my LLM based AI now is a lawyer, my LLM based AI now is a doctor, is not an indication of how good you are in AI. It is an indication of how poor your understanding is of law and medicine or any other domain for that particular matter. I do not think that today, with the capabilities that we have, we are anywhere close to automating a complex task like medicine, like law, like software engineering, etc. Of course, we can do better tasks with the help of these tools. Our productivity will go up. We can solve tougher problems, but that is what it is. We shouldn't hype up. So, as a summary, taking my agent's example, bond with a Q without M and a lot of PR is a disaster. And that's where today's AI agents are. And so, what do I advise? Wait for the right problem that has economy of scale, that has a very narrow scope, and use agents there. You don't have to be a hero to, on your first attempt. You can start small. You can take a problem like observing a contact lens for defects in real time, and then sending them through a red channel. That's every day you have to look at 500,000 lenses. Putting a human there is a problem. There's a very good chance that AI will work there well. Okay, but if you're not using AI, if you're using the traditional techniques, don't feel bad. There's nothing wrong with them. Regression is fine even today. Okay, so that's the first advice. then, as mentioned, it is not the LLM that makes or breaks things. It is the tools and crew that you gave to the that you give to the LLM that makes or breaks things. So focus more on the tool and not on the LLM. And lastly, think like a devil. Be the devil's advocate. Put in guardrails everywhere possible. Doesn't matter if it slows down. Okay. Every point that can go wrong, put in enough guardrails, almost to the extent that you are too conservative. And even then, continuously track the performance to ensure that the agent does it what it is supposed to do and not what it is not supposed to do. Okay, thank you. This ends my series on agentic AI, and would love to hear some successful implementations that you led in using agentic AI. Thank you.